Good evening, everyone. This is Todd with TradeNick.com, and it's Wednesday. It's still October 31st, about 11:38 p.m. Eastern Time. Just wanted to check in with the daily market commentary, looking at some price action here on the daily charts. And looking at the euro today, we're still chopping around right here around 129, 130. This area right now 129.67. Had a huge pin bar right here formed today on the euro, so euro was down very slightly from where we began, but no real change here. On aspect, euro was still trading right in the middle of this range, so no change to our bias here. The ranging market, very undecided on the euro. It's showing a little bit of an upward move here starting on November 1st, but again, what we're looking for here is for price to move up from this level and to test the 131 area, 131.22 up to 131.50, and that resistance, and show us a price action signal that's going to tell us what the market wants to do, either go up above that 131.22 or 131.50, retest that, and then continue up higher, or show us a price action signal down back into the range here for a trade, or conversely going down. If this does continue to go down, this could be, this isn't a trading signal for me right now because it's not anywhere near any real sort of resistance. It's right in the middle of this range, and we don't have a whole lot of room to play. We don't have a 2-to-1 risk reward really if we get into this trade using this pin bar, unless we do a 50% retracement. Then we're talking, but I might consider something like that right around this level, going short the euro dollar, but not right now. I'd rather wait for the price to get up here in a clear level and then show us what it wants to do. So right now, no trade on the euro dollar for us, for me, according to my rules. Let's check the pound dollar. Pound, let's see, it went up today again, so it looks like it might be finding some legs, but it's coming up against some short-term resistance here around the 160-150 level. But again, it's still undecided right now. It's still chopping around, hasn't broken out above this inside bar high here and forming another inside bar, so really nothing clear. Just like with the euro dollar, I'm looking for this to go higher up to around the 162 level, or even better up to the range high here, or we had this pin bar way back here on September 21st. Going down, I'm looking for price to come up here, test this again and show me its cards, or go down and do the same thing, just like with the euro dollar. I like to trade very clear levels and look for very strong signals like this reversal pin bar up here, or confluence with a strong trend as we have here, inside bar break up here. But I like to trade pin bars. They're long-tailed, generally strong trend, a confluent support or resistance level, core price levels. I really like those. Right now, again, we're looking at some resistance around 161.30 area, 160. This is some key short-term resistance where it's coming up against right now. So, but I don't see any pin bars. I don't see any really strong signals to continue down right now. So again, no trade with pound dollar at the moment for us. Aussie dollar, looking at this, yep, it's still kind of chopping around here, not really doing much. It's was up on the day against the dollar slightly, pushed up a little bit, sort of above right at this level, so it's really tight still against the 104.10. That's a key resistance level, and but I'm still looking for price to take this. I'd want a price to test this 104 level, 104.10, and show me a pin bar in either direction to take us higher, or actually take us back lower, down to the even the 101.70 level, or the 105, 106 level up here. Going back to September 14th, you see this beautiful pin bar reversal back down, because this pair's been rained for a while, as you can see, big swings. But I like price to go up here, test, and show me something like this, because this is a very strong signal that market didn't want to take the Aussie higher than 105 at the time, or 106 in that range, and went short. I actually took that short position, made very nice to at least I think I made a 3-to-1 return on that trade right there, down into this area, and that's kind of what we're looking at here. But really nothing. We're still bumping up against the 104 resistance level, 104.10, but I don't see any clear trades right there right now on the Aussie dollar. Kiwi, let's take a look. Same thing here. Kiwi's bouncing up against some resistance, short-term resistance around 82.32, 82.50 area, and we're on some coiling inside bars here. So price, something's going to happen. You know, it's got to happen here at some point. But nothing right now. No clear trading signals. So we're looking for this to still go up to 83.22, down to 80.84. Bias really hasn't changed on this since yesterday at all on Kiwi. U.S. dollar, Japanese yen. Boy, that was more indecision here today. U.S. dollar still traded within the range of the previous candle, so you know, it's showing some sort of upward bias. Here we have a confluent level 79.65. This is down to 79.50 area. This is a pretty strong short-term. Well, that's kind of a key support level that's being tested here, and as we can see, price did test and couldn't really push down much further. We have confluence here. You know, this pair is starting to trend up. You can see divergence in our 8 and 21. So, and it did break that key 79.65 area support level, and it's continuing on up. So, you know, I'm looking for this. You know, U.S. dollar yen. Still no trades right now. This is not a pin bar technically, even though it is an inside bar. We still haven't broken. This is a really this type of candle where you see two almost equal size wicks, very sort of a small body, and then you have right there. That's very big indecision in the market. Even though this looks like a strong, it is kind of a strong push up. Break of this level. This could very well be a false break, and could come back down pretty easily. So we want to wait for a very clear signal. To me, that wasn't a clear signal to do anything. It was a break of that level, but no clear trade. I want to see price go up a little further here to the 80.30, 80.50 level, and show me something very clear about whether this is going to go higher. For this to go really higher and along, I'd be, you know, the price has to break the 80.50 on the dollar yen for me, or show me something to come back on into this price range here, or all the way back down here and bounce back up. So really nothing on the dollar yen at the moment. Euro yen. Hey, we got an interesting thing going on here. We took this trade yesterday on this pin bar, and looks like the euro went up, came back down, sort of a reverse almost pin bar to what we had yesterday. But it still finished up on the day, the euro against the dollar slightly, although there was some bearish push back down here. But we see in the start of the trading on the 1st, which is coming up here pretty soon, we're actually up on that trade a little bit, and we're definitely staying in this. This is my classic trading signal. Now, I could very well get stopped out on this trade, and I'm fully prepared for that. It's just the game, but that is a very solid, strong trade for me right there. And so I'm gonna you know, that's the purpose of a stop loss, is to keep you in a trade. And I you know, don't get into trades unless I see my edge in the market, and I simply trade the edge. I don't get emotional about it, try not to. And we're just going to let this go. We have a 2-to-1 risk reward ratio here, right here. This is 1R, risking about 250. Right now I'm risking on the equity $250 per trade for a maximum of $2,000 open at any given time in risk on this account. So we're still well within our trading margins here, and on a nice I've got a 2-to-1 risk reward I'm enforcing on a trade here. So that's where our limit order comes into play, around 106.80 level for this trade. But right now, hey, it's going. It's in the right direction. So we're just going to let this play out. On the euro yen, pound yen, we have the same pin bar sort of set up. Not quite as strong a pin bar in my opinion. It's a long tail wick, but the body of the pin bar is a little down. It's a little far down on the wick, and it's a deep one here. So what I did is, that's still a strong signal though, going up. And so what I did is I put an entry order at 50% retracement of that pin bar. So as we can see, this did break the top of the nose of that pin yesterday, the high at 128.53, and price is going in that direction. So pound yen and euro yen going in the same direction. So I didn't want to be too deep on this pound yen trade, just because again, it's a pretty deep wick, close to a key resistance level 129.50. So you know, fully fine, it's a valid signal, but I would because it's a long wick here, wanted to see it and go in for a 50% retracement. That would give me a tighter stop, so I could really realize a good solid 2-to-1 risk reward ratio within this resistance zone with a 50% retracement. But this is going up here, and we're going to see what happens with pound yen coming up here on this 129.50 level, and you know, see what price action does. I'm going to leave this order in for now, but we'll see what happens the next day here tomorrow. Got some big news, you know, fundamental news. Don't really watch it too much tomorrow, you know, coming up here, but not too concerned about that. Aussie yen was up on the day, and it's coming up here. This is really bumping up against this major resistance level around 83.10 in this zone, and this is key resistance in this area from 83.10 to 83.50. So I'm kind of watching this one closely to see what this is going to do. Looks like a strengthening uptrend. This is not a pin bar back on 1030. Technically the body is too far down. It's very undecided, but it is at a key level and confluence, but no trade there. It's not a pin bar. I want to see a very clear sign up here telling me what Aussie yen wants to do. But right now we're coming right up against very interesting levels, but no trade at the moment. We're going to see what happens here. So that wraps up the review for today. We're in a trade. We've got an entry order in, but nothing else really jumping out at us. Overall, the dollar today closed down. Overall, this is the FXCM US dollar index, and came down, pushed back up a little bit, and now in the early trading on November 1st, it's starting to retrace. Hasn't really broken that candle of yesterday. So very undecided. I think, you know, NFP and other numbers coming out tomorrow. Got some big U.S. numbers coming out tomorrow. So could see this move pretty heavily either way. But that really is it. Not a whole lot in terms of trades going on right now. But we have some very good setups here technically, and we're in a trade right now, kind of up there, and we'll see where this one goes. But once again, this is Todd Michael with TradeNet.com. Thanks for joining in today for the commentary, and we'll see you tomorrow.